Welcome back to Expand, where we talk about all kinds of stuff. Co-host JP, myself as the host, Omar Alfaro, where we talk about real estate, about what's happening in our life and in our business, good, the bad, the challenges too. So then hopefully you guys can also not face those challenges, or at least get some advice before you go through that process. So we got a lot of exciting stuff. I want to say something real quick. I know the Super Bowl's here pretty quick, and 49ers at Kansas City. My cousins are big time Kansas City fans. Don't know why. They're from Southern California, and we're like 2 weeks apart. And he's all about Kansas City, and obviously there's some people that are all about San Francisco or 49ers. And I was just checking out to see what tickets cost, and there's some tickets, bro, for like, I think minimum $6,000, right? Minimum $6K, and the highest ticket that you could probably get, $60,000-$70,000 for a ticket.
Yeah,
for a ticket.
That's insane.
I mean, some of my flips are that, and then why would I spend it on a ticket?
Because T Swift, bro, you're not a Swiftie.
No, I'm not a Swiftie. But by the way, that's crazy. How much more people are looking at Kansas City because of her?
Well, here's a stat.
That's nuts.
Here's a stat. I think she brought like $300 million in total.
Yeah.
To the, I guess you could say, Kansas City organization, whether it's through tickets, jersey sales, and Travis Kelce's numbers have gone up extremely high as well. I heard someone say, or they were asking a question like comparing Taylor Swift today to, like, I guess you could say what Michael Jackson did in his time.
Oh, yeah.
As far as like a social movement, having that social fan base. Would you agree?
Yeah. Everybody was an MJ fan for sure.
MJ as in Michael Jackson. But yeah, no, I mean, the Super Bowl, obviously it's always been huge, but I think this year it's also in Vegas. So I don't.
Raiders.
Yeah, where the
Allegiant Stadium. Yeah.
The stadium is. So yeah, I mean, it's nuts. I just can't fathom paying $60,000-$70,000 for a ticket. And maybe that's because we don't have it.
No, we have it. We just don't know how to allocate it. I mean, we know how to.
Choose not to, I guess.
Yeah, like I said before in our previous podcast, I don't see it. To go actually World Series, Super Bowl, I would experience it because it's an event.
Yeah, it's
an absolutely awesome event.
With sports, like I'm honestly I love sports. I don't like when people get extremely invested into them, like throughout the whole season, and then, like, they dictate the quality of their life based off of their team's performance. Like I haven't watched practically any football this whole year. Obviously, when I'm at the gym this morning, funny enough, they always play like the Sports Center highlights every single morning, and that's my way of like keeping up. But I'm sure even you don't really catch on to who's playing in the playoffs until the playoffs actually come, right?
Yes.
Or the Super Bowl actually is here, or the World Series, NBA championship. That's when it's okay, I believe, to tap in a little bit and, just watch it for entertainment.
Right.
But then,
I was the other guy before, though.
You were the guy that had the jersey.
I knew where my Dodgers were at. I knew where, who's the batting average. I knew that they were 5, 6, 8 games out of first place with a 10, 15 game winning streak.
That's just weird to me.
I knew all that because it was just stats, numbers, right?
Yeah, but you're being so obsessive about someone else's numbers.
What about mine?
Yeah, what are your numbers in your business?
Right. And then obviously now we know what. It's funny that it's a direct correlation. I mean, maybe some people out there know the numbers to their business along with their special or their favorite sports teams and stuff like that. But kudos to you guys. It's awesome. But nonetheless, it's just crazy. $60,000-$70,000 for a ticket.
Yeah, I mean,
I just wanted to say that.
I'm gonna watch it. Patrick Mahomes is obviously. I think he's gonna pass Tom Brady.
If he stays healthy, which he's a kid, so yeah.
Yeah, I believe he's my age. Don't quote me on that. 25, 26 years old.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's nuts.
Your age, and he's the starting quarterback.
Well, he's also one of the greatest quarterbacks in the league right now. I mean, I believe this is also his third ring if he wins, and he's only 25.
Crazy, yeah.
So, yeah, that is nuts. And, of course, the person he beat, which was Lamar Jackson, I like him as a quarterback a lot too. But, yeah, sports are you going to watch it?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
I think, are we going to your house?
That's what the plan was.
But what happened?
Unfortunately, you don't like to go to that side of town.
But are you still doing it?
Yes, 100%.
Well, then, yeah, no, there hasn't been a formal invite except, hey, dude, we're going to do this, maybe, and I don't know.
I'm gonna make that formal invite today. Let everyone know.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Nice. So what's what's happening with you lately? What's going on? Some things you want to share? For work and business and.
I mean, business.
I got a question for you. Being that you're 25 years old. Sorry. How do you feel about entrepreneurship?
What do you mean?
Yeah. How do you feel in your role right now? Of like, you only have real estate. Like, that's what you have. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about that? And what kind of pressure does that bring to a 25-year-old for other 25-year-olds that are watching? Or even some 40-year-olds that are watching that are thinking about changing their career or because it's too fucking hard or something?
I mean, I've been doing it for like 3 years now, and I haven't gone back since. So I kind of see it as like the norm. Like, I never really see myself doing anything else. But as far as like entrepreneurship, I think I have an internal maturity to say I'm actually not an entrepreneur. I'm an intrapreneur.
Right.
I run a business within a business. Mm-hmm. And I think that's very important to understand for some people, because an entrepreneur does completely different things than an intrapreneur does. An entrepreneur is investing a lot of his own money into a business to make it grow. He's paying a lot of other people. He's responsible for many lives, many families, versus an intrapreneur. Yes, he's not getting paid unless he doesn't have any performance, but you don't have, I guess you could say what you call it, the monthly nut coming out of your business if you haven't, I guess you could say, put yourself in that position. So for me, like, I don't know, it's just, I feel like this is just what I'm supposed to be doing. And there's obviously an end goal in mind with all of this intrapreneurship or entrepreneurship or with everything else that we're building. But my ultimate goal is just to like continue to play the game. Alex Hormozi says that a lot. Like, when you truly love what you do and when you truly have like a passion for it, why would you want to have an end in mind?
Right. There isn't one.
Because then it's like, okay, what's next? Mm-hmm. So for me, it's just like, I'm just playing the game every day.
It's cool. A lot of people won't be able to say that in regards to like, hey, yeah, I could be an entrepreneur inside of another business, run a business within a business.
Yeah. And it took a lot of maturity for me to understand that. I heard this quote before. It's like, it took me 55 years, and this is the ex-CEO, I believe, of a company, and he exited the company for like $55 million. He said it took me over 60 years to realize that I'm a much better number 2 than I am a number 1. And, when he said that, I was like, it's interesting. Like, maybe we're all not meant to be who we essentially create ourselves to be, because that comes from social media, external influence,
right,
and all of these other noises, because everyone truly has like different talents in what they're good at. Mm-hmm. And I think recognizing those there's a lot of strength in it. And that's something that I'm thankful I was able to do early on, because now I don't think my ego gets in the way of my business. And I think when you have that mindset of like wanting to run your own operation or whatever it is, it's very easy to like get down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, some people, I could see that.
Yeah, it's like this quote, you'll go faster alone, but with a team you'll go further.
100%.
So.
I'd rather go further.
Yeah.
That's my whole thing too.
I'm just here to play the game. So as far as my relationship to it, I think it's great. I mean, I accept all the challenges.
It's challenging too.
But I accept it. Like, I'm not like, oh, fuck, why is this happening? Or why does, like, I don't really question anything anymore. Because, like, I feel like when I'm questioning something, I'm like disrespecting God almost, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because it doesn't give you anything you can't handle.
Mm-hmm. So for me, it's almost like, just figure out why something happened, pull the good from it, and move on.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I wanted to ask that. I don't know. I mean, because I've been asked that a couple of times already on my side, on the entrepreneur side, and it's, it's not an easy road at all. I
feel like what's been most challenging for you is graduating from your ways of being an entrepreneur for about, let's just say 20 years. And now we talked about this before, this next 20 years in your life is truly a different season. You're stepping into a completely different role. You're scaling.
Have to be though.
You're learning to buy back your time more.
Right.
So how's that been?
Expensive, for sure. I'll tell you that straight up. For anybody that's out there that's watching, or listening, Dan Martell, Buy Back Your Time. That is the book. And if I could endorse it, I would. But I'm just telling you now that's been a huge, pathway or avenue that I became more insightful about what I truly needed to do. And for some of you out there that don't want to spend money on a TC or don't want to spend money on a house cleaner, and you want to do it yourself, or a landscaper because you want to do it yourself, think of this: if you can hire someone to go do your landscaping, you're helping another family. If you can hire someone to clean your house, you're helping another family. At the same time, you're buying back your time, so you don't have to do those tasks. Somebody else will. I just hired an executive assistant that, we're paying $40,000 a year, and that's a lot of money, right? But is it really a lot of money if that 40,000 potentially can end up making you a couple $100K or $250,000 because of the time that is spent that you're not spending on that activity?
So important thing to touch on that though. Let's just say, for example,
you don't have that kind of money, right? To go spend that.
Not only that, but I think where people go back is like they try to buy back their time, but they don't realize that you have to replace the time that you do buy back with the higher
producing activity,
with the higher income level producing activity. Right. Like for example, if you getting your house cleaned every month costs, let's just say it costs you $400, and that $400 saves you 8 hours out of the whole month. That 8 hours needs to almost 5x what that $400 was.
Right, but it's not always the correct return on the investment, because that 4 hours of somebody cleaning the house, that means that I don't have to, and my lady doesn't have to. That means we get to spend more time with our kids. So that's the value for that.
Well, for me, I'm single, no family, no kids, so I'm just going to work more. Yeah, just my dogs.
Yeah, and then the extra, obviously, I have to replace the assistant work with something else that I'm doing, which is getting on the phones with more sellers, trying to raise capital, and also being able to let other investors know about other projects that we got going on that they could potentially invest in and create, an awesome double-digit return on their investment.
Yeah,
I mean, because that's literally where my focus is going, that or discussing and talking, as we have an IG live today. I'll be speaking at some stage at the end of the month, and which is cool. So when this comes out, hopefully it doesn't come out too late. And
isn't that in March?
It's the end of March. Yeah, March 29th and 30th in Orange County. So if you guys want more information about that, DM me and use the code Omar for 50% off. So that'll be cool. We'll put the link somewhere whenever you guys hear this, or just reach out to me. So it'll be cool. We're doing IG live, just explaining some stuff.
You and the rest of the speakers?
No, me and Michael Martinez, which is the host of the REI Summit.
Oh,
the
cool.
Investing Summit. Yeah, something like that.
I'm going to the Squad Up Summit in Orlando in April.
Nice, dude.
With Pace Morby, Jamil Damji, Rena Jetty, and Mel Robbins.
Yeah, that's going to be dope.
So
that's dope. I won't be able to go. I'll have a little baby, and I'll be taking care of her or him.
I really hope it's a him.
50-50 shot, guys. 50-50 shot, baby.
Dude, you're like a 70-30 shot.
I mean, 70% girl dad, 30% the little pecker comes out.
The little pecker, that's funny. What else do you want to touch base on?
No, other than that, man. I mean, I think we're solid. We have I do have that 12:30 live in 15 minutes. So other than that, I think that guys, being in this game or being in this business of representing sellers, helping buyers out, helping other agents out too in this game. I mean, it gives you some sense of fulfillment too. And when you start removing I think the want for you to be successful and you focus on somebody else being successful, like helping the team, helping other people, you'll get in return your success that you truly wanted.
Yeah, I think if the reasons like you're doing something the benefit doesn't have to do with you, you're going to perform in a different way than you would if it was only for you.
100%.
Yeah, because subconsciously and like by nature, we don't want to let people down.
No, we don't.
We don't. Yeah.
That's why our conversation today was a little more heated, because I'm like, I don't want to let you guys down. You guys better not want to let nobody else down either.
A little bit of context. We just had a great
really good meeting about where we stand on some things. That's all.
Yeah. Tough conversations move the needle forward.
If you don't have tough conversations in any type of area of your life, relationship, business, friendship, then you probably won't have those friendships, relationships, or that business.
And that's why relationships don't last nowadays.
Because no one has the hard conversation.
Yes.
That's it. And it's very difficult, and sometimes you sweep it under the rug, but then later on, guess what? It's going to come up, because eventually someone's going to mop your fucking house. They're going to move that mat, and then all kinds of shit comes out. And yes, I just use an analogy for sure, because, we're Mexican. We used to sweep everything under the rug anyways. So it was funny.
Fucking Mexicans.
And he can say that because I'm Mexican, so all those people that just heard him say that, it's okay. Fucking Mexicans, it's fine. It's no problem. Jesus.
I love Latinas. Like, I hope I marry a Latina one day. Like, I don't understand that. Anyways.
Funny. Yeah, guys, so
we're good.
This is quick and easy. I hope you enjoyed it. And make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow along. And DM me directly, or JP, if you guys have any questions, concerns, hallucinations. And I hope that this somewhat inspires you, educates you, and again, expands your mind to see what's possible. And hopefully you don't make those mistakes that we're going through, because we're sharing it all the time. So I'll see you guys on the next episode.
Sweet. Take care. Come here.
Peace.